All right, Aries, this is your January 2021 love horoscope and taroscope. I'm Ryan with Arrows of Love. Welcome back to my channel. First off, if you like these videos and would like to see more of them, please click that like button and subscribe. It helps the channel and it's very much appreciated. January is a tense month, Aries, and your ruling planet Mars is very much a part of the dynamics that are happening in the sky. Mars is finally moving out of Aries after a long 6-month stay where it went through its retrograde cycle in your first house of self-expression, presentation, and the body. That would have been pretty intense. And on January 6th, the day the Capitol was stormed, Mars was at its very last degree of Aries, and that's called the anaretic degree. And it's in every sign. It's very tense. Mars is the god of war, so you can see some of those themes play out over January 6th. Mars can be aggressive at times, very impulsive, but it's also assertive, and it gives us our drive. It helps us get up in the morning, and it gives us our passion. So there's always positive and negative sides to Mars, but Mars is going to go through a series of very tense squares now that it's in Taurus, your second house of earned income, possessions, resources, self-worth. And it's also about looking good. The second house is a kind of a luxury house. It's a house ruled by Venus. So it's in your second house, earned income, and self-worth. So it's going to be making a series of squares over to the planets sitting in Aquarius, which is your 11th house of group associations, friends, social networks, the future, your hopes, wishes, and dreams, technology and innovation. So these themes are going to be running very true for you in all of January. The love planet Venus today, this is January 8th that I'm doing this video, moved out of Sagittarius and is now in Capricorn. And Venus in Capricorn does very well. Capricorn is a steady sign. It's an earth sign. It takes its time. So if you want to think about how to attract love, think about the qualities of Capricorn. Capricorn builds long-term foundations based on steady, timeless, enduring practices. So it's all about loyalty, it's about faithfulness, it's about putting in the time, and it's about being cautious in love. It's about getting to know someone before you leap in. So that can be a little difficult for you, Aries, because you want to go for what you want right away, and you don't always tend to think before you leap. So you kind of have to readjust here. And this is the same with Mars sitting in Taurus in your second house. Taurus is an earth sign. Taurus can be a little bit stubborn, but it wants to lay the solid foundation for security, comfort, and sensuality. So you're going to have to learn to slow down this month, especially with Venus. If you're looking for love or turning up, looking for a commitment, Capricorn's very much about commitment. So you have to take a different approach this particular month if you are looking to take that relationship to the next level, or if you're looking to enter the market, so to speak. So let's talk a little bit about some key dates. So today is January 8th. Venus is in your 10th house of career, the public, and your reputation. It's also in Capricorn. So think about, like I just said, think about the themes of Capricorn. It's all about being cautious in love, taking your time, getting to know someone, and laying that steady foundation so you can have a long-lasting relationship. Venus is going to make a trine, those are blessings, over to Mars, your ruling planet, in the second house of Taurus. So things could have come up on money. You could have had some unexpected good news in money. This is definitely a self-worth house. So putting yourself out there to the public, enhancing your reputation on social media. Maybe you want to do a little bit of a makeover with Mars being in the second house. It is the new year. People are thinking about New Year's resolutions. It's a good time to review the diet, get on an exercise plan. This is great energy to put those New Year's resolutions into motion. January 13th is going to be a tense day. Again, your ruling planet Mars in Taurus, your second house, is going to be making a challenging square over to Saturn. And Saturn sitting in Aquarius, your 11th house of the future, your friends, your group associations, technology and innovation. So Mars is the go-getter. It wants to move forward. Saturn is delay and restriction. So you're going to probably get the yellow light or even the green light on the 13th. This is a very stressful day. This is power dynamics. This is potentially explosive energy. So you're going to want to ground the energy in exercise, yoga, and meditation, because you could very well be triggered on the 13th, Aries. The good news is that Venus is going to be making a trine over to Uranus. Uranus is sitting in your second house in Taurus. That's earned income, again, self-worth, possessions, and resources. So Uranus has been sitting there for a while. So you've been reviewing this, and there's major changes with Uranus. So Uranus is going to be switching this up. You could be switching jobs, career, new income flow. Watch for that, because Venus is in your 10th house of career right now. So you might be getting some offers on the job front. The 13th, there's also a new moon, and a new moon occurs when the moon passes over the sun. So this is a great time to start anything new. Start a new project, put yourself out there on a dating app, start those New Year's resolutions. The thing is with this new moon is that it's going to be very close to Pluto, and Pluto is about the underworld. It's ruled by Scorpio. So secrets could very well be revealed this day. The sun is the light, and it's shining a light on Pluto, which is a very far off planet, and it's about revelation. So don't be surprised if you get some crazy communications these days. Secrets might come about this day as well. It's also about transformation and the rebirth process. So this is a good time to think about your highest ideals. Think about what it is you really want. This new moon is happening in Capricorn in your 10th house. So if you're looking to switch things up on that career front, anything dealing with the public or your reputation, now is a very good time to plant those new seeds for the new beginning. But like I said, Pluto is about the underworld. It's about secrets, things unseen. And it's also about transformation and power. So we'll see a lot of that play out on the national front, and you'll see this play out on the personal front as well. January 20th, this is a day I really want you to pay attention to. Mars in your second house of earned income, resources, possessions, self-worth, is going to be making a conjunction to Uranus and the moon. This is explosive energy. Uranus is all about rebellion. It's about change and independence. The moon is about emotion. So tensions are going to be running really high that day. This is also inauguration day, so you're going to want to pay attention to what's happening on the national news. And Mars is the god of war. So this is, again, going to activate you because this is your ruling planet, Aries. You need to be very careful what you're doing this day. You need to watch for aggressive energy, any impulsiveness. You're going to want to ground that energy with as much exercise and fresh air and yoga and meditation as possible, because this could be a very explosive day. January 23rd rolls around. Now Mars is going to be making a square over to expansive Jupiter. Jupiter is sitting over with Saturn in your 11th house of the future. Hopes, wishes, and dreams, friends and group associations. So again, there could be something coming in here where you're reevaluating your friend group and who you want to be around and your self-worth. Pay attention to what's happening this day, because Jupiter and Mars tends to create premature action. In Aries, you are known to be impulsive. Don't take any impulsive action this day. You're going to want to, I'm not going to say hide yourself, but just know that there's going to be some triggering events happening in your life and on that world stage. So be sure you're taking the energy down with as much exercise as possible. The good news on the 23rd, Venus, again, having that stabilizing energy sitting in Capricorn. You can ground this energy. It's going to be making a sextile, and this is always an opportunity. Sextiles represent opportunity over to Neptune, which is sitting in your 12th house. The 12th house is all about rest. It's about the subconscious. It's about karma. It's about going deep and psychology. So there's something here happening in your 10th house of career, your reputation in the public, and the 12th house. There's an opportunity here to possibly elevate it, because Venus also represents money and business. And when it's sitting in Capricorn, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Could be something here very lucrative for you, Aries. But like I said, think things through, because Mars and Jupiter, that's premature action. January 28th rolls around. Now Venus, still in your 10th house of Capricorn, is going to conjoin with Pluto. This is great for passion. This is great for if you got a hot bedroom buddy, this can light the fireworks. But I want to warn you, this Venus-Pluto conjunction can also bring secrets out in relationships. So while it might be really great and it feel good at the time, there's usually something here that needs to be uncovered. There could be possible power dynamics at play here as well. So be aware of that. The Pluto-Venus conjunction on the 28th could very well bring in what we call past life partners, someone that you've known for a long time over the ages. You can feel very comfortable with, but usually this is unrequited love. There's usually something here, maybe not unrequited, but there's usually something here that needs to be sorted out through past lives. So it might not last very long, but very, very passionate. January 30th, Mercury, messenger planet Mercury. This is what's on your mind. This is what you're thinking about. This is your communication. Is going to be in Aquarius, your 11th house. Now, the 11th house, again, is about your future, your hopes, wishes, and dreams. This is also about technology and innovation. It's also about change and thinking outside the box. It's going to be retrograding through Aquarius on January 30th through February 21st. So anytime Mercury retrogrades, this is a time of reassessment and review. So take your time. You have to go slow during this time. And things could come up on the friend and group association theme there, because that's the house that it's sitting in your 11th house. It's about a 3-week period, and right around January 15th through the 30th, you'll start seeing the themes by which Mercury wants you to slow down and reassess. All right, Aries, like I said, a lot happening in your second house of earned income, self-worth, possessions, security, and then Venus sitting in that 10th house of career, so might be looking at switching up the career. But Venus is going to be making a lot of positive trines over to Mars and a sextile over to Pluto. So that's great for romance. It's great for passion. Maybe you find someone that you're interested on that work front, because that's where Venus is sitting right now. But Aries, let's pull some cards for you. We'll do your tarot reading and your angel's oracle. Remember, this is a general reading. The messages will not resonate with all of you. Be sure to check out your ascendant, moon, and Venus signs. Those might resonate more with you depending on what's happening in your natal chart. All right, Aries, here we go. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So, Aries, Pluto's in the mix here on January 13th with that new moon. And on January 28th, when Venus crosses over Pluto, Pluto is magnetic attraction. It's you could feel possibly just very drawn to someone, and this very well could be a past life lover. It could be if you're looking, at least if you're partnered up, maybe you're focused on yourself, and Mars is going to be sitting in that second house of yours. This is your ruling planet until March. So maybe you're thinking about taking it up a notch and focusing on the body and, doing a little bit of a makeover. But here, chemistry and strong magnetic attraction, that's very good. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Mars just leaving your sign, that's heavy. And after that retrograde cycle, you probably have been doing a lot of self-work, I have to take a guess. So it's time to free yourself from something. Let's clarify with the tarot. All right, let's see here. Justice. The Emperor, that's you. 5 of Cups. Ten of Swords. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. And the 6 of Wands. Okay. All right, Aries, so we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And you have two very powerful cards. You have Justice, which represents Libra. This also represents balance in relationships. So it's calling you to rebalance something likely. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So you might be attracted to a Libra, and this is, of course, you. You are the Emperor. You are the first sign. You do as you will. You can be a little authoritative at times. You're run by the ego. You have to be careful of that. These two signs together, either you are swinging the sword of justice here, or something needs to be rebalanced in your relationship with a strong magnetic attraction. Pluto brings about this crazy magnetism, but it can be too hot sometimes to sustain over a long period of time. That's the fire that rages within you. You are a fire sign. You are the cardinal fire sign. And it looks to me, if these two both sitting on their thrones, not willing, maybe there's great magnetic attraction, but something happened here where someone's walking away, or someone did walk away, or feeling hurt. You have to be really careful with your words this month, Aries, with all those squares happening over in Aquarius. Notice here, though, there's 2 cups standing, so there's still some emotion, but 3 cups are spilled. And this also goes back to the Justice card, where there's a rebalancing needed, probably with emotions. It's the scales of justice. That always calls for a rebalancing. And when we have the 5, you have 3 cups down and 2 cups up. So there's a rebalance of emotion that needs to happen here. And if you're both sitting on the throne, one has the sword of justice and asking for rebalance, the other one is the Emperor that represents you. Something has to give here. And you have to free yourself from something in order for this situation to work, right? It says free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. This is likely you walking away from something. And unfortunately, it looks like there was some betrayal involved. Some loss, some hurt. This is a dark card. Aries, Mars just left your sign after an extended stay. It was doing a review of you, and it was asking you to review something of yourself, your self-expression, your presentation. By learning the hurt and healing the pain or the wound, by walking away, even though there might be some emotional attachment involved, the wheel spins in the right direction. You get the benefit of the Wheel of Fortune. You get the luck. But you have to do the work. And you have to rebalance. Okay? You have to free yourself and take control of your life back and not let people control you. You are the first sign of the zodiac. You start us off. You're the pioneer. You think about yourself first sometimes, and that's okay. You're supposed to. But in Taurus, you have to start thinking about resources and your self-worth and who is worthy to be in your life, Aries. And by walking away from toxic situations or from people that have hurt you in the past, you get this. The Wheel of Fortune then turns. If you don't and you allow the wounds to fester and you keep going back to the exes, or you keep going back to people that are not good for you, or you keep going back into situations in your relationship that continually come up over and over and over again, the wheel then does not turn, and it actually turns in the opposite direction. And that's when we have tower moments. But here, your last card is the Six of Wands. This is a victory. You are walking away. You're realizing your self-worth. You're not going to do the impulsive actions. You're going to be tested in January. Mars is going to be making all of those squares to Saturn. That is a very difficult aspect on the 13th. Possibly some impulsiveness. And then January 20th, I'm telling you, just take the day off. You're going to be triggered this day. You have to learn, or things come about, revelations come about in relationships. You have to learn to let these things go. And through that, the wheel turns and you get the victory. Let's pull one more card for the outcome. Very nice. 10 of Cups. This is the happy end. This is the happy card of the tarot. This is the family. This is the new start. This is everything you want, Aries. The rainbow, the kids, the house, the good-looking spouse, the money. But you have to realize the self-worth concept is going to be tested in all of January. And this involves you. And in order to get to this point, you have to turn the wheel in the right direction. You have to rebalance. You have to free yourself from things that are not working for you. You have to. Then you get the victory. Then you get the 10 of Wands. Sorry, the 10 of Cups. It's a great reading. Keep yourself grounded. Venus is very grounding energy. Get plenty of exercise. And remember, if you're feeling that crazy energy and you just want to lash out at people, try and take it away. Go find something productive to do and put that energy into something that you can create into something beautiful later on, because fighting with people, any type of aggressive energy, isn't going to work. It's going to be very self-destructive. That's when this card happens. Go for the victory. Turn the wheel. You're capable of doing this, Aries. I hope you enjoyed this video. Come back next month for February. Good luck, Aries. I'm on your side. I know you can do this. Stay safe. Watch out for January 20th. Turn the wheel in the right direction. All right. Talk to you later.